What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. This is Nerdicane. I am in the Nerdicave. Trademark. It's the first time I've used that word, the Nerdicave. It is New Comic Book Day. This is three-fourths of what I got. Savage Sword of Conan, the House of X, and the Black Cat, which, yes, I know it came out a week late, but I'm following this one. It's actually, all of these are really good. I do give thumbs up and suggest you get these. I will do probably do some reviews on some of these. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Red Koi, and this is from sorry about the foot. This is from Alterna Comics, which I've said for a long time. I really, really love Alterna Comics. Peter Simeti does a great job with what he has. He's a very small publisher. He has been Peter Simeti is. He's a really good guy. He wants you to read comics. He wants you to buy comics. He just wants to make comics. Well, the problem is that makes him like a target for psychos. It's about quarterly every year where some SJW gets their panties in a ruffle and does something crazy or accuses them or calls them alt-right or something completely unfounded, and then the shill access media, CBRs and things like that, and Bleeding Cool will run with it. But ignore all that. You don't go to those sites anyway because those sites suck. But this is Red Koi. This is from Tyler Wentland. And Tyler Wentland is an amateur. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I often think that comic books need new blood. The old guys, the old guard, the people who should be the elder statesmen of comics have gone insane. Like your Bill Sienkiewicz, your Mark Waid, your Dan Slott. Although Dan Slott hasn't been as vocal anymore. I think somebody had a stern talking to him, and maybe they put him in timeout. But those people are like, they're past their prime. We've seen nothing good from Mark Waid. In about 15 years, and especially, he really shows how out of touch and how poisoned his mind has become with his Humanity First line, which is, oh my God, is god awful. But anyway, this guy, he's an amateur. He's an amateur in comics. I think he's done one or two comic books as indies, with Kickstarters. I don't know why anybody does Kickstarter for comic books anymore. Everybody knows that Indiegogo is where the good comic books come from, independents. But anyway, he did. It was called The Swan King. It was kind of like a dark fantasy. I just found out about this guy today. I may look a little more into that, but he is sort of he's an amateur, but he's sort of on a trajectory. He's going up. Now his art style, this is his art style, and it's very stylized. Not everybody's gonna see this. Some people are gonna see this and think it's very amateurish, but he is doing what you would see from an indie, from an independent. He's doing what he can with the skills that he has. He's not Jim Lee. He's got his own set of skills. And as you see, if you go back and look at the Swan King, he uses very clean lines, very nice usage of dark and light. And you see this once again in this one. Very long lines. This is sort of a take on old Japanese art style, the old samurai art, but with, in his style. He's using the dark, he's using the light really well, and he's added sort of this rose color, this purple color in shades as well, and that sort of sets the tone for the book. It is about a female samurai who is a strong, independent woman, don't need no man. No, I'm just kidding. She is, yes, a female samurai, daughter of a shogun. She left to fight a war, and while she was gone, her house crumbled. Her father died, her mother died. I am not going to spoil this. I think you should get this. I think you should check it out, because I think I've read one book from Alterna Comics that I didn't like. Everything has been either I liked it or I loved it. And just like Alterna Comics are comics, craft, like I've called it before. These are craft comics, like a good craft beer that 3 or 4 friends made in their basement. This is what Alterna Comics is. This is the minor leagues of comics, and this is where you see the love of it. You know, this guy, he goes through the pains of doing a Kickstarter, and this, I don't know how he wound up with Alterna with this, but he's had success in the past with Swan King, and now he's doing this Samurai Tale, and it's very good. This is there's a bit of exposition, you know, explaining the world, explaining her father, explaining the house, but it's very tight, and it's never, this story never bores you with filling the things up. This is sort of set on feudal Japan, although there's like these little frog creatures, so it's sort of like a fantasy version of feudal Japan. I'm not going to spoil any of this, but he does what he's supposed to do with a book. This is going to be kind of short. He does what he's supposed to do with a book like this. Is the character, you explain the character, you explain why you should like the character, why you should empathize with the character. There's a little bit of paranormal mystery with it. Sort of ghost characters show up and then they disappear, and then you don't think somebody was there, but somebody was there. There's a fight, there is, and also you need to see, in a comic book, you need to see action. There's a short fight, and then this ends on a build up to a bigger fight, almost a boss fight. So I do recommend this. I'm gonna get this. It's a micro series, 2 issues, 2-issue quick shot. Read a quick little comic book from very enthusiastic people who make comic books, Peter Simeti and Tyler Wentland, as well as the others, Nick Welch and Wes Locker. I don't think I've ever read anything from them. But yeah, I suggest this. Look at this. At $1.50 for a craft comic book that people actually cared to make, you can't go wrong with that. But yeah, go check this out if your comic book shop covers it. If not, go check out Peter Simeti on Etsy, and you can get full collections of books from Alterna Comics, and he'll mail it directly to your house. And Peter Simeti's really cool. He throws in extras with it. He throws in stickers and things like that, and previews of books coming up as well. But yeah, go check this out. I think it's kind of cool. It's very stylized. It's very much an indie look to the book, as I just showed you. But there's potential here, and I think it's a really tight story. It's really good writing, and I think it's going to turn into something fun. I think this is just going to be a good 2-shot story. The whole story will cost you $3. What are you complaining about? But that's all I got for this one. Thank you for watching. You guys go have a good day. It is New Comic Book Day. Go find something you like and something you love. I am done painting. Let me see, make sure I'm not going to dox myself. I'm done painting the man cave. I have the TV up. I'm going to start, get the desk. The desk is going to go in there. I'm going to start decorating. And in digging this, I found these are my old Hot Wheels. Well, some of them from when I was a kid. Yeah, just kind of showing off a little bit of the collection. One of my viewers asked to see a collection video, and I realized that I don't have a whole lot of my collectibles anymore. I've kind of sold them off. My wife convinced me to sell off my video game collection, which I'm sure I will kick myself for, because I had an amazing video game collection from, playing video games for, since the Atari days, and then my days working at GameStop as a manager. God, I had an amazing video game collection, but I didn't think I would ever have a man cave, I didn't think I would ever have my space to lay them out and sort of display them, but now I do, and I'm just going to go through the process of buying a lot of this stuff again. But that's all I got for this one. You guys hit a like, hit a subscribe, and I think I'll have another fun little video today. But thanks for watching. Bye.